trademark. No, not MLK. Not because February is Black History Month. It has nothing to do with that king. It has to do with King, the makers of Candy Crush. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am MGDFX representing igame2tv.com and gamerculture.com and all that good stuff. And we have pseudo breaking news because the story actually came out yesterday, day before yesterday, or something like that. And this is like really like kind of an update because I knew they sued some Chinese company for using something that kind of to me had to deal with maybe IP issues or something like that. But King is really stretching it. And the reason I think this is an interesting story is because it deals with some things that YouTube producers are dealing with people just coming up saying, yes, I own this, I own that, I own this, I own that, I own. And what really is copyright, what is ownership, and all that good stuff. We basically know what it is, but just claiming certain rights, which are stretching those rights just a little tad bit. And so King has two trademarks. One of the trademark is candy. Yes. They have a trademark for the word candy because they made a game called Candy Crush. Their other word that they trademarked is Saga. How do you trademark the word Saga? And it appears that they had to trademark the word Saga because they're trying to protect their games where Saga is key to the brand which our players associate with the King game. Candy Crush, Saga. Bubble Witch, Saga. Watch, next they're gonna like trademark the word bubble. And Pet Rescue Saga. Saga. Farm Heroes, Saga. And so on. So all of these titles have the word Saga in it. So they're going to try and trademark the word Saga. So this game comes out called The Banner Saga, and The Banner Saga is on Steam. And where is it? Yes, The Banner Saga is on Steam for $24.99, basically for $25. So this has to deal with this. First, they're worried about people with Candy Crush. I can understand that. There was this Chinese dude who had some gambling game, and basically, you have candy rolling around, and it goes up there, and it goes ding, 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 ding. Peppermint, 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 peppermint. I can understand. He called it, I don't know, candy, whatever, or whatever candy. I can kind of understand that, But the Banner Saga and the story has nothing to do with candy, nothing to do with pets, nothing to do with farm, and I don't think it has anything to do with a bubble witch. But what they said is the reason why that they had to go after them is to preserve their ability to enforce their rights. And if they didn't go afterwards, there might be some kind of copyright people that were going to infringe later on their IP address. So basically, the Banner Saga people are victims of what if. You know what I'm saying? So, King believes it will be damaged by Stoic, the Banner Saga trademark, which it applied for in July 2013. And the King Company put their banner in right before the deadline. Right before. It's like you enter a claim and it's like, okay, they don't have any claimants and I have 2 more hours, and King goes, oh, you got 1 hour and 5 minutes and I put my claim in, and you're like, no. So it says that the Banner Saga mark is confusingly and deceptively similar to opposers King's previous use Saga, Sega, Saga marks. It goes on to argue that Stoic's game is similar enough in terms of content and will be marketed and sold through similar enough channels for customers and potential customers to confuse the product's origins, even though the graphics are completely different. Yeah, they don't have like a skinny dude with candy in the banner Saga. Anyway, um, and resulting in a likelihood of confusion in the marketplace and damage to King. Alright, so we have trademarked the word candy in the European Union as our IP is consistently being infringed, and we have to enforce our rights and to protect our players from confusion. If they're already your players, then they're not confused because they're already playing your game. We don't enforce against all uses of candy. Some are legitimate. Yeah, I'm sure. Let's call my game Candy Balls. I don't know. Oh man. Okay, this is what they're talking about right here. The particular instance is called Candy Casino Slots. Jewel Crazy Connect, and this deals with the story that came out earlier, and Big Blast Mania Land. But King says that its icon in the App Store just says Candy Slots, focusing heavily on the trademark. Now I can understand that if the graphics also had something to deal with it, but yeah. But what people say is that the majority of trademark disputes are routine and a part of the process that gives the trademark system its value. They are generally solved by small changes to titles and branding or with coexistence agreements that allow both companies to proceed with no changes made. Oh yeah, and he cites this old one, which is interesting because I remember this one. Disputes between Bethesda and Mojang over scrolls, as an example, because Elder Scrolls, and then there was a game coming out called Scrolls, and people were like, oh, there's too many scrolls rolling around. Oh my God, scrolls! Oh my God! All right, whatever. I mean, I can understand this in certain issues, but if your game is if it's a game, if the box on your game doesn't look anything like the box on another person's game, if the graphics don't look anything alike, if the play is totally different, just because you have a word which is similar to another word inside there, unless it's really, really, really similar, like Candy Crush, and I pulled mine, Candy Crush Black, but it has nothing to do with, Candy Crush Black is me running through the street with a sword, okay, then I could understand, okay, yeah, Candy Crush, you just put the word black afterward, I can understand that, all right, even though the game is not different, but these peeps, candy slots, it says slots. Unless your players are retarded, they can understand the difference between a crush and a slot. All right. I hope this isn't like a rant or a rave or anything like that, because I rather don't like to do that. But anyway, what do you think about all of these trademarks and all of these copyrights and all of these? What has it got? Copyright, trademarks, and you got the C, you got the TM, and then what other one? Oh, registered mark or whatever like that, I guess. Yeah, so that's the R with the circle around it. So what? How do you feel about these issues? Should Candy Crush Makers King go after everybody with the word candy and everybody with the word saga? You tell me. Let's have a little discussion and let's get it going. If you like the video, like the video. If you like the channel, or if you think the channel is going to get better and better, as I do, subscribe. This is MGDFX signing off, representing igame2tv.com and gameculture.com and all that good stuff. And I'm out.